Hey guys, welcome back to King Ols. Tommy Fury is just beating KSI via majority decision, and yeah, it's the right result. I see people on social media screaming robbery, the casuals of the sport who don't know how to score a round, saying it's a robbery. Let me make it clear. How many times did KSI land? KSI landed about 3 good shots in the fight. Yes, I mean, Tommy Fury wasn't throwing a lot. Yes, Tommy Fury had a point deducted. But KSI should have had point deductions. What's all the illegal clinching for every time they get into an exchange? What's all... KSI was hitting him in the back of the heads in the clinches as well. KSI clinching every time Tommy punches him. Every time. KSI should have had points deducted. It's a joke that you see people moaning about it. Tommy won. It's the right decision. I gave KSI the first 2 rounds, then Tommy the last 4 rounds. Tommy ran 4-2 in my opinion. And it's obvious. It's obvious in my opinion. And yeah, the point deduction as well. Tommy Fury still wins. And KSI could have also had a point deduction. They're both as bad, and I mean, you know, I would say if anything, no, KSI was more the dirty fighter. No, KSI got outboxed in my opinion in that fight, and Tommy Fury is the right winner. KSI is an absolute disgrace, sore loser, embarrassing. He's absolutely embarrassing the way he's shouting at Tommy Fury at the end of the fight. At least Jake Paul was able to take the loss like a man in the end. I mean, you know, you've heard a few little excuses, but at least he wasn't starting shouting at him at the end. What a joke KSI is. Thank God he is lost. I wanted to see KSI humble, but at least, you know, him starting whining, crying about it at the end was quite funny to see, though. But yeah, overall, the fight, in my opinion, it was awful. It was honestly an awful fight. Clinch fest, mostly because of KSI. KSI, you know, fair play. You know, he landed a good shot in the first round that rocked Tommy Fury fairly early on. And then, you know, and then for the rest of the round, you know, it was fairly even. Tommy tried to get the jab going. KSI went for the clinch a bit. Round 2, you know, similar, you know, KSI landed, you know, the more effective shot. Tommy tried to go for the jab. KSI kept on clinching every time Tommy started the attack. Then for round 3, Tommy started to get a little bit more and more success as the fight went on. With that jab, Tommy didn't really land his right hand too much, but he did a bit. But yeah, overall, just every time, KSI just made life really difficult just for us to be able to score the fight, because he was clinching every 5 seconds. It was like the Anthony Taylor and King Kenny fight, like, KSI was just clinching all the time. But no, Tommy Fury won the fight, got the better of the exchanges with the jab, and, you know, last round was pretty good for Tommy Fury as well. And yeah, just overall, it was just the same old stuff, really. And, you know, I feel like, you know, Tommy did get the most success. But, you know, I feel like KSI, I mean, he should have been he should be happy with how far he's come instead of just shouting at the end. Like, honestly, joke. But Tommy Fury disgraced as well. I'm not gonna lie, Tommy Fury's a disgrace as well. How have you not knocked out 2 YouTubers? You fought 2 YouTubers, had the chance, and you can't knock them out. Joke. First of all, from you as well, Tommy Fury. Yes, you won the fight, in my opinion, definitely. I don't really see how KSI won. I honestly don't. Like, there's going to be people bitching and moaning about it, but I don't see how KSI won. KSI hardly threw. How many times? I literally never saw KSI land his jab. KSI hardly landed his jab, wasn't setting up his right hand with anything whatsoever. So eventually, as the fight went on, especially from round 3, it just got so predictable for Tommy Fury to be able to duck and get under. So, you know, Tommy Fury was able to read it a lot because KSI wasn't setting up his shots whatsoever with anything. Barely threw out the jab. Like, KSI barely hit him. Like, KSI was saying to Tommy Fury after the fight, how many times did you land? How many times did you land, though, KSI? He literally hardly ever landed apart from like 2-3 good shots in those first 2 rounds. That's it. Apart from that, he literally landed nothing throughout round 3 onwards. It's a joke the way that KSI was behaving. Glad that Tommy was able to put him in his place, and Tommy's not going for any rematches. He wants to go back to normal boxing now, which I still don't really see Tommy Fury going anywhere in it. He says he thinks he's going to be a world champion. Never going to happen if, you know, you're going the distance with YouTubers. But yeah, look, Tommy Fury won that fight 100%, 4-2 in my opinion. I don't think there's any debate about that. I feel like the point deduction off Tommy was harsh, but I mean, you know, if you do give a point deduction to Tommy, you could have gave it to KSI as well. You could have KSI could have had a point deducted. He was also going at the back of the head as well in the clinches, and he was clinching every time they had an exchange. And when Tommy was trying to go off, like, that's not what you do. You're not meant to clinch it shouldn't really be allowed. That amount of clinching that KSI was doing should not be allowed and should have had points deducted. If you don't believe me, go and watch the Lawrence Okoli Chris Billam-Smith fight. Lawrence Okoli was always hugging Chris Billam-Smith every time that they were in an exchange, and got points deducted off him in the end. And that's exactly what happened today. Dreadful fight, messy fight. But no, I think it was clear enough to see that you should give it to Tommy. But you've still got all these casual KSI fans who know nothing about the sport moaning on social media saying it's a robbery. How is it a robbery? Someone tell me in the comments, how is that fight a robbery? What did KSI do from round 3 onwards? He did nothing. He did nothing. He got caught with the jab too much and wasn't able to land. All he did was clinch. That's all KSI did from round 3 onwards, basically. And he was doing it in round 1 and round 2 as well. KSI did not land enough to do it because he eventually got too predictable for Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury eventually found him out fairly easily in the end because KSI was not setting up his shots, never threw the jab. And yeah, Tommy got the better of the exchanges and was better in the attacks. Simple as. Tommy won the fight. I just don't see how you can say KSI won that fight. And the way he was moaning about, oh, embarrassing KSI. Thank God that clown lost. Thank God he lost. Thank bloody Lord. But, you know, yeah, I know, he's going to be moaning. He's putting in an appeal. It's not going to go through your clown. KSI was making fun of Logan Paul for putting in an appeal and saying a robbery and stuff after that fight. And he's doing it himself now. Massive hypocrite. Massive hypocrite. And Tommy Fury was right at the end when he was saying he was pushing the pace and stuff. He was. Tommy Fury was on the front foot basically that whole fight. He was. It's like Tommy Fury won the fight and you know when he did jab, Tommy Fury won. He won the fight, got the better of the exchanges with the jab when it was landing. Yes, all KSI did was get under it and just start hugging him. That's all. And that's what made it hard for Tommy to get momentum because all KSI was doing was clinching. But yeah, Tommy, you know, could have made it a bit easier for himself. Could have got a few more combos going. Tommy wasn't throwing a load of combos. Tommy's awful, not great either, to be fair. But, you know, respect to both guys. Big respect to KSI for taking the fight, but he kind of lost respect the way he behaved afterwards. Tommy Fury, you know, true sportsman, fair play, but he's not really going too far, though, is he? But, you know, anyway, thanks for watching the video, Keels. Speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.